YouTube! Today we finally do our top 10. It's finally here. Now, I started learning about tornadoes in late April, so I am by no extent a professional. But yeah, either way, I thought it would be fun to do. Have a look at our top 10 now, then maybe, who knows, a year down the road, we take a look back, have a good laugh, and who knows, maybe I'll be somewhat accurate. But first, we need some rules. All these tornadoes were different sizes, they traveled different paths, some were even in the middle of a field for most of their life. So not exactly a fair ground as to what we will consider some of the most powerful tornadoes, as it's, well, I mean, kind of impossible whenever you have tornadoes that went through hearts of towns. Others were just out in open field and maybe only glimpsed the side of a town. So we're going to set some rules and put them all in the exact same situation. Rule number 1, all tornadoes are currently going to be based inside the United States. The reason for this is mainly because that's the only ones I've had time to research. I've not had time to go too far outside of the U.S., so we're going to keep it simple for me here. Rule number 2, all the tornadoes are going to be based from 1990 to current time. Reason for that is, once again, that's mainly the tornadoes that I've really got to research and watch videos on. So just makes it easier for me. And from what I've been able to research, it looks like that's kind of the time frame too of when they really started building, more sturdy houses. That's what I was able to find on Google. Whether that's correct or not, I have no idea. Rule number 3, we're going to pretend that all of these tornadoes travel in the exact same direction. Every single one of them. Rule number 4, we're going to have a make-believe town. That's going to be 10 miles wide, 10 miles long, and it's going to be heavy populated. All the homes and buildings we're going to pretend are very well constructed, and there's going to be no people there, right? We got to keep everybody safe. Rule number 5, all tornadoes are going to travel right through the center of town. Right through the center. They keep their size, their original power, their travel speed, all that good stuff. But we're going to just put them in the exact same situation, right through the center of town. We're going to see which one we think will just be more powerful, cause the most damage, be the most destructive. Now let's get into the top 10. Our first tornado, coming in at number 10, is the 2013 Moore, Oklahoma tornado. Received a EF5 rating, resulted in $2 billion in damage, and it was on the ground for a total of 40 minutes. Wind speeds reached between 200 and 210 miles per hour. This tornado carved a path of destruction for 14 miles. That is my number 10 pick. Coming in at number 9 is the 2011 Tuscaloosa, Alabama tornado. It received an official rating of a high-end EF4 with winds nearing 190 miles per hour. It also resulted in $2.4 billion in damage. This tornado was on the ground for an hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half, and its path went over 80 miles. Very long track tornado. And one of the crazy features of this tornado was its horizontal vortices. Honestly, it looked like it was just reaching out with tentacles to try to inflict as much damage as humanly possible. Number 8. The El Reno / Piedmont tornado. It received a rating of EF5. Wind speeds was reaching 210 miles per hour, and mobile Doppler radar would actually reach wind speeds of like 295 miles per hour. It carved a 63-mile long path. It's also worth noting that this tornado holds the record for the heaviest object ever moved, which was an oil drilling rig. And these things weigh like 2 million pounds. Just to put that in your head. This thing was able to move something that weighed 2 million pounds. Absolute beast. This 2 million pound rig was toppled and rolled several times. Coming in at number 7, The 2011 Rainsville, Alabama tornado. It achieved an EF5 rating, caused over $10 million in damage, and was on the ground for a total of 36 minutes. Traveled over 36 miles and had estimated wind speeds of around 200 miles per hour. The feat that this tornado achieved was it lifted a 800-pound anchored safe out of a home and then threw it 600 feet. Coming in at number 6, Joplin, Missouri. Achieved a rating of EF5 and was the costliest tornado in history, coming in at $2.8 billion. This tornado was on the ground for 38 minutes and traveled 22 miles, with estimated wind speeds between 225 and 250 miles per hour. Not only was this one of the tornadoes that actually went through the heart of a town and caused complete devastation, it was also known because it actually picked up a fungus at the end and just, I guess, cast it all over town, making people extremely sick. For number 5, the 2011 Hackleburg tornado. It achieved an official rating of EF5 and caused $1.29 billion in damage. This tornado was on the ground for 1 hour and 45 minutes. Wind speeds got up to around 210 miles per hour. One of the most notable things that this tornado did was it was able to lift a cinder block roof off of a underground shelter. And just to think, that's the one spot we're supposed to go. It's the safe spot. Coming in at number 4 is the Smithfield tornado. It achieved a rating of EF5, caused $14.4 million in damage, and it was on the ground for a total of 41 minutes. Traveled a little over 37 miles, and wind speeds were estimated to be around 205 miles per hour. This tornado was able to throw a semi-truck over 300 yards, and it also had very notable, extreme ground scouring. Also, a concrete slab for a home was dislodged by this tornado, just to give you an idea of just how strong it was. Coming in at number 3 is the 1997 Jarrell, Texas tornado. Jarrell, Texas earned a rating of EF5. It caused $40 million in damage at that time. Jarrell was down for 19 minutes and only traveled for 5 miles. And wind speeds were measured at over 261 miles per hour. This tornado was obviously very slow moving, and at some points it would even just stand still at spots just to do maximum damage. I mean, just imagine a tornado with that kind of power, those kind of wind speeds, just hovering over top of homes. The damage this tornado left behind was just unimaginable. I mean, it would grind literally well-built homes and asphalt to dust. Coming in at number 2 is the 1999 Moore/Bridge Creek tornado. It earned a rating of EF5 and caused $1 billion in damage. $1.9 billion if you adjust for inflation. It was on the ground for 1 hour and 25 minutes, and it traveled 36 miles. Wind speeds would actually reach well over 300 miles per hour. This tornado achieved the strongest winds on Earth. Very strong. A Doppler on wheels measured wind speeds of over 330 miles per hour. Asphalt was literally ripped up off the road, and cars would be thrown hundreds of yards. And number 1, the 2013 Reno tornado. It had an official rating of EF3, which is the lowest rating technically on this list. It caused between $35 and $40 million in damage. It was on the ground for 40 minutes and traveled like 16 miles. The reason for the EF3 rating is, I think we can all agree, we're very blessed that this tornado was not in the heart of town and spent most of its life in an open field. And radar indicated some of the subvortices of this tornado were reaching wind speeds of over 300 miles per hour. This would also become the largest tornado in history, reaching a size of 2.6 miles wide. And outside of the main vortice, it also had several other tornadoes or subvortices that were constantly going around. And some of these had extreme winds, very extreme winds. And some of the storm chasers even made comments that it felt like these subvortices were trying to just reach out and grab the storm chasers that were there. This would also be the first tornado that would take lives of storm chasers. The speed, size, the expansion of this tornado proved to be too much for even some of the most safe and well-rounded storm chasers. I think we can all agree that we're extremely lucky that El Reno didn't go through the heart of town. But with the rules of this video, having this large of a tornado go through this town, this make-believe town, just the sheer size of 2.6 miles wide. Yes, this tornado was traveling fairly quickly, but I feel like the size and all these subvortices, and you're getting hit with so many different winds, I just feel like this would have been easily the strongest tornado on this list. Well, I shouldn't say easily. Obviously Jarrell and the two 1999 Moore and Bridge Creek tornado are extremely strong. Well, all these tornadoes are extremely strong. But I've always had this fascination with El Reno, and it always just gave me that gut feeling of, man, we got lucky. We got very, very lucky that this tornado spent most of its time in open field. We really did. I would hate to see what this tornado would have done had it went through a town like Moore or Joplin, Oklahoma City. We got lucky. All right, guys, that is my official top 10 list. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Share your top 10, your top 5, whatever. While you're in the comments, though, understand that, my list is probably going to be different than yours, and other people are going to have different opinions than you of the strength. So while I definitely love some spicy comments and people engaging in a diplomatic conversation, just remember to be professional at the same time, a little professional, and also keep in mind that there were people affected by some of these tornadoes that might be watching. They may themselves, family members, so on and so forth. So at the same time, make sure to be respectful. But with that said, I am Cheap. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one.